I feel like every good trip starts early in the morning. So this is the Uber to the airport. And you get to the airport and you stand in long lines and you get on a plane, and then they tell you that there's ice on the wings, and then they get the ice situation taken care of, and you take off and you start dreaming about and thinking about the exciting trip you're about to go on and everything you're going to see and do, and the world just feels smaller because you're just rocketing through space. It's so much fun. Let's see, I was Savannah to Dallas-Fort Worth, and then DFW to Haneda Airport, Tokyo International Airport. They feed you along the way. They give you some food. You survive. After about 12 and a half hours, 13 hours, you start getting closer and you get excited. So I love these little maps they give you to track your progress of how far you are on the flight. Coming in for a landing at Tokyo International Airport, Haneda. I was lucky to arrive at around 3 p.m., so the sun was starting to set, and I think it set at like 4:30 p.m. So by the time I got out of the airport, it was already getting dark. But it was beautiful arriving there kind of at sunset. They gave us these forms to fill out, and I'm thinking, isn't there an app for this? There probably was. I don't know. Then some other ladies helped me at the immigration, and I finally got out of the airport, stored my backpack, and made my way to the train that would take me to downtown Tokyo. The entire train system they have in Tokyo is mind-boggling, but incredible. And I dare say it looks like a bowl of ramen when you're looking at the map. All right, I was making my way to my first touristy location called Shibuya, and Shibuya is where they have the famous scramble crossing. So this is me navigating my way through connecting trains and trying my best to arrive without getting lost at Shibuya. I was watching and trying to pick up local cultural norms and customs, and so I noticed that on the escalators, they were standing on the left, and then if you wanted to pass someone on the escalator, they would pass on the right. So just trying to fit in and blend in with the locals and do it the way they do it. They also are so orderly, and sometimes in the way they queue up for getting on the train and stuff like that. There's a whole culture just around train riding. It's fascinating, and you got to stand in the right place and be polite to everybody, and they're so quiet on the train too, man. Hardly anyone speaking. There's no loud phones or music. It's just so quiet and comfortable and modern and clean and orderly. As long as you pay attention to the signs and you know which direction you're going and which platform you should be on, you can get anywhere you want to go to And of course I had my card that let me just breeze through the turnstiles. I would just tap my card and it would just let me in and out of any train that I wanted to get on. All right, finally made it outside and at the Shibuya Scramble Crossing, and it was a madhouse. I mean, this is definitely like Times Square, New York, except the Japan version. And so many people, tourists, people filming, taking pictures, crowding each other. But, I felt safe, and I felt like it was just the energy there was just incredible, and it was just so exciting. I was filming and I was slowly walking up towards the edge of the street, getting ready to cross. And before I knew it, the light had changed and everybody started walking. So I was like, oh, I guess I'm going too. And that was it. Just launched across, and it is appropriately called a scramble crossing because everybody's going everywhere all at once. All the cars stop in every direction, and everybody just runs out into the crossing, and it's kind of exciting. People, all the lights, all the signs, all the flashing. It's just incredible. What an amazing place. Now the cars are going across. So from here I decided to make my way to have some touristy ramen, and just started walking towards Ichiran Ramen, which is a popular place for tourists like me, visitors like me. It's in a lot of other YouTube videos. So this is me just navigating my way towards Ichiran Ramen. There it is. Ichiran Ramen. And there was a little bit of a line, a queue to get a seat in this place, but I just went ahead and went down there, and it actually moved pretty fast. I think I was ordering in probably 10 minutes or so. So it moves pretty fast. They got a great little kiosk. You just order what you want, and then they also had this additional form you could fill out if you wanted to give additional requests or instructions about how you want your ramen made. And even though I didn't understand every single thing, just the context of it and sign language and signaling, it's just you instinctively knew what people were telling you. So that's how I made my way to my seat where I was going to have my yummy ramen. This was kind of fun, reading these little signs that you can pick up and put out. Kind of helpful, especially in an environment where there's so many tourists from different countries and they don't always speak Japanese or know a lot of Japanese like me. So these were kind of fun to see. All right, here comes my ramen. Just a little bamboo window that opens up, and they put your food out and give you everything you need, and then they just bow a little bit and lower the bamboo curtain back down, and that's it. You're eating your ramen. Decided to try to walk to a nearby park called Yoyogi Park because it wasn't that far away, and I thought it might be fun to try to see, I don't know, just something that wasn't neon lights and city and stuff like that. So I headed up, and on the way I unexpectedly came across this beautiful kind of blue-white LED winter wonderland setup thing. And it was absolutely beautiful, and so I was so happy that I just stumbled upon it accidentally, and it was really fun to walk through and to try to photograph and take a video through. So just above Yoyogi Park, there's another huge park with a temple in it called Meiji Jingu. And I wanted to try to see that, or at least see the entrance, but unfortunately it was closed. So I got back on the train and decided to head to Shinjuku. I love this example of a little side street. This is somewhere in Shinjuku, and just look how cool this is. You just find these little streets, and of course they're crammed full with little shops and restaurants, and it's just amazing. It's a wonderful place to get lost and just discover something randomly, and that's what you see a lot of people doing, is just wandering around looking at cool stuff. Alright, this is the giant 3D cat billboard, which was super cute, and so I had to go see it and film some of the cat playing on the billboard. So this part of Shinjuku is kind of a popular place called Golden Gai, and it's just a bunch of small little bars all crammed together in tiny streets, and it's really cool. Some of them only hold 4, 5, 6 people, and that's the point, I guess, is that you just kind of come together as a small group and make some new friends. And this one had a Filipino flag hanging on the door. I was like, oh, cool. So I wandered around a little bit, and finally one of them, the bartender inside, was this really funny guy. He was just like, hey, come on in here. Hey, come in here, man. And so I found one called Troll 2, and of course I had to go in and try some of the sake, and it was fun. It was a fun experience. Met a couple other visitors there, some Australians and some other people. And soon enough, it was time to return to the airport, and they make it easy. You just follow the signs, and before I knew it, I was heading back to Haneda, waiting in more lines and more waiting areas. But I finally got on the plane for Manila, which I was excited about, and this is the third flight, so that's 3. And more meals. They always feed you. Had some wine on that one. And finally landed in beautiful Manila, Philippines. It was a fun trip to Tokyo.